Good day. You're welcome to this edition of Perspective Africana, where we highlight the African perspective on national, regional, and global issues. For today, we'll be focusing on the forthcoming inauguration of the 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump, whose inauguration will be taking place in the next 21 days, thereabouts. For his day one, Mr. Trump has promised so many things in the area of immigration, tariff hikes for various countries, stopping wars, and even ensuring that hostages are released in some other areas. Of particular concern to us here in the African continent is the issue of migration and trade. For migration, during Mr. Trump's first tenure, it can be recollected that he did place travel ban on some Muslim majority countries, and there was some wrong categorizations which occurred there. And one of those wrong categorizations was that of Nigeria. Nigeria was lumped in a group that included countries like Syria, Yemen, Iraq, Iran. Come on. Nigeria is not in that league. Nigeria is not even a Muslim majority country. It's true that not too long ago, Mr. Bola Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, attended the OIC Islamic Arab Summit in Riyadh. He was there on a frolic of his own because this character went to that meeting and he's not representing Nigeria. He's a Muslim, yes, but he does not represent Nigeria. And that is the reality. So we hope that if Mr. Trump decides to embark on such a course again, if there was a categorization for the whole of Africa, then yes, Nigeria can be in that group or West Africa. But lumping Nigeria with Muslim majority countries is a fallacy. And we hope that even the US Embassy in Nigeria here will be able to educate Mr. Trump more on those kind of issues so that those errors don't occur again. We also hope that with regards to trade, we know that for quite a while, Africa seems to have been on the not on the priority list. I mean, Trump didn't visit during his first tenure, and Mr. Biden just made a sleepy walkover into Angola towards the twilight of his tenure. We hope there will be more increased trade amongst Africa to help the economies in these countries to develop. And finally, during Mr. Trump's first tenure, the American government made use of the International Religious Freedoms Act, which was a mechanism that America used to ensure that there was no religious persecution across the world. We do hope that when Mr. Trump comes into office, he will adapt the instrumentalities available under the International Free Religious Freedoms Act to ensure that such persecutions that take place across Africa, particularly in countries like Nigeria, where the current leadership that was forced on the people has taken it upon itself to act in very draconian matters against the religious minorities who are minorities as in minorities in government. So we hope that these examples, this is taken into consideration, and that particularly labeling countries of concern becomes prominent, and that such errors, a country like Nigeria will again take its own prominent position as a country of concern, because the kind of activities that goes on in this country is likely to boil over and spill over into violence across the continent. Thank you very much as the Perspective Africana for today. Have a wonderful day.